Joe Hockey has said that the government running a deficit, borrowing $100 million a day in competition with the banks and therefore is raising interest rates. By saying you're bringing the budget back into surplus to give the Reserve Bank opportunity to lower interest rates, are you conceding that Joe Hockey is right?
No, absolutely not. And what Joe Hockey has never explained is what he would have done during the global financial crisis. Because when he and Tony Abbott come out and criticise the federal government and the federal budget for where it's at, they seem to forget there was a thing called the global financial crisis that wreaked havoc across mainly developed economies across the world. Australia has come through that far better than most other advanced economies. Our economy is larger and our unemployment rate is lower than most other major advanced economies in the world, and as the IMF said in its report yesterday, we're projected to be in a stronger position over the next couple of years than almost any other major advanced economy. So you know, that's a very good position to be in.
Why not consider giving the Reserve Bank a greater charter to work with, so that consider other elements of the economy other than inflation when making its monetary policy determinations?
Look, my view is that the current arrangements have served Australia well, and I don't think it's a sensible thing to be altering those arrangements. But can I just come back, because I should have, in relation to your last question, spoken about Mr Hockey's recent speech last night. I think it's important that we do have a discussion about that, because really what Joe Hockey is saying in that speech, despite his comments on that you referred me to before, what he's saying in that speech is we should cut into pensions, but we shouldn't cut into things like the private health insurance rebate. Just shows he really doesn't make a lot of sense a lot of the time.
But the government has been doing its own efforts to rein in some of the welfare budget by means testing and the like. So on a philosophical point of view, and he wasn't mentioning any particular targets, so philosophically are you agreeing that that element and the size of the welfare budget does need to be kept in check?
Look, I'm the finance minister, and I have argued, I think, before on this channel and many others that making responsible savings decisions, making fair savings decisions is important, and we've done that. In fact, some of the things we've done, like in relation to the $150,000 means test on family tax benefit, Joe Hockey's criticised. Now he's out there saying we should have gone further. But you have to make decisions which are fair. It isn't fair for Joe Hockey to be saying school teachers should be subsidising the private health insurance rebates of millionaires, but we should be going harder on things like pensions. That's simply not fair.